So I just got off the phone with this big hedge fund guy, investor, who's the so-called environmentalist, and we're just chatting about emissions tax. And I was actually thinking that he was going to support me and be able to provide some funding for emissions tax, and because he agrees that we should be pricing pollution. But he's with the camp, and plus being now it's all clicking together because he's manages financial assets, that he's trying to pass a bill, and a lot of people are trying to support this with the carbon tax and the dividend fee that I've been talking about for years, how it's absolute junk for the working people, and it will not protect the environment. And so I'm not going to get into too much detail for this video. I'm just kind of saying this now just so maybe I'll have a record of it. I'll probably use some of the B-reel, but any proposal that comes out from politicians and special interests, and politicians that have been elected by special interests, will protect those special interests. Don't be stupid. This is the way the world works. If we all have our own incentives and we act accordingly to those perceived incentives, then don't you think that any policy coming out is in regards of the people who write the policy? So I asked this gentleman, why don't you put me on? I would love to openly debate this. Robert, you're not understanding. It's if you price carbon for $100 now, when eventually the removal of that carbon will be $100, blah, 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 blah. I'm taking Exxon's money. Basically, he's hired by Exxon or has interest because he has bought shares of Exxon and other fossil fuel companies, and the money lies in protecting those assets. So I'll be writing about this a little bit more in the future, but I just was really upset. It's just I knew it was going to happen like this because this is the way it is. If you wonder why I've been working for 3 years about emissions tax and you haven't probably even heard of it until now, that's why. Because all the money is behind carbon tax. Have a good day.